Hi, welcome back to your intuitive energy reading for the week of February 2nd. We're grateful that you can join us for another week. And on Tuesday, we are going to do our February monthly reading. So if you want to know what the energies are going to be like for this, tune into your favorite podcast platform or check us out on our YouTube um, channel to find out that. And make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss it. And then on Thursday, we were having back Chris Cyrock with us. And so that was a really wonderful conversation. He's got such an amazing energy. So you'll want to catch that too. Cards this week are from the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. And we will see what our cards say for today or this week. So the first card is about romance and connection. So I guess that makes sense. Valentine's is coming up here, and I think as Valentine's comes, we always feel like we're looking for that connection with other people and that romantic connection in general. So rather you're in a relationship or rather you're single, it's just about connecting with other people and getting that spark back into your heart energy. So it's really about connecting with that. To me, with the purple wings in it, is really talking about using your crown chakra and really about, connecting to the divine source. So you're finding that connection there as well. And again, it's just saying that there's a lot of opportunities that are going to be coming to be able to connect with people. And so you need to be getting out there and doing that. The next card is cut the cords. So with cutting the cords, I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with this, but basically what it is you're asking Archangel, I usually call an Archangel Michael. And so when we have interactions with people, we always can make these energetic cords that we connect to them, so good or bad. And so by asking the angels to help you to cut these cords, and basically what you do is you're closing your eyes, you're in your deep space, you're meditating, you take some quiet time out, and then you basically cut the cords to these people, especially if they're negative cords. So this releases you energetically from their field and your field. This does not create, let's just say you had an argument with somebody and it's not cutting them out of your life, it's cutting that energetic cord. So this is a week to be practicing this. This is a week to be with the blue in there is definitely is talking about your throat chakra, is about speaking your truth, making sure that you're being honest and authentic with everyone. Take charge and action. So this is a time that it's time to start taking action. Words are not enough. So we need to create some things in our life. And as we're moving forward, we need to take these small actions. So what is that? If you, let's just say you're looking at potentially changing jobs, then you would start looking at the want ads. You would start looking on Indeed. If you're looking to get a house, you're going to start looking in the thing. You're going to put it out to people that you know, saying, hey, I'm looking for a place. This is kind of what I'm looking for. This is, even this is my price range. Let me know if you're whatever it is, start taking those actions because this is really a week again with the blue in there. There's so much blue in there, but there's also the white. So the white for me is really definitely connecting to our higher source and pulling that into us, and that's going to allow us to speak out and take the actions that we need to take this week. Vulnerability and freedom. So when we allow some vulnerability to come into our life, and this is very interesting because this is actually one of the cards that I pulled this morning for myself, is we allow that vulnerability to just soften ourselves so that we can allow some things back into our lives because we often walk around and we don't like to feel vulnerable because it's not a good feeling. So we put up these walls and we block that out. But allowing that space and that grace to have a little bit of vulnerability allows some freedom to come in for us. It allows things to start to happen for us because it just creates that really good flow with source. And so to me, it's like telling you where she's reaching for the stars is it's like reach for the stars because anything is possible at this particular moment. And with the cutting of the cords and things like that, it also creates that freedom because you're not tied to these energetic cords that no longer serve us. And finally, learning experience. So this card is asking you and inviting you to look at the experiences that you've had up till this date. And what have you learned from them? What lessons can you take to further yourself down the road? What roadblocks have you hit or obstacles? These are all learning lessons. So they say, it's not a win or lose, it's a win or a lesson. And so this is just asking you to reflect back on that and to shine some light onto these situations and try to look from it instead of as, when we're in a situation, we are in the situation, but when we can reflect back on it to look at the lesson, to look at what we can learn from it, we can look as the observer. And so this is not putting blame on anybody. This is just simply observing like you would watch a television show or a movie where you are away from the scene and you are just looking at it with a little more perspective than maybe you would have when you were actually in that situation to start with. So that is your reading for this week of February 2nd. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, please check us out on our website or DM us on any of our social medias. And we will see you on the next one. Have a wonderful week.